Hi everyone, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes or so. So please, if you are having any difficulty hearing me, you can comment. I taught a class on Sunday and there was one gentleman who was having some volume issues. So I have resolved to make sure that I am checking that before I jump into my class. Meow. Zen is making an appearance again. She's not a big fan of our dog, so she stays upstairs most of the time, but Bob takes Lyric for a little car ride when I'm teaching. So Zen comes down and wants to make sure that everybody knows she's here. Meow, at least turn around. Yeah. I'm such a busy kitten. Are you helping with the pillows? I put them there on purpose. Yes, I did. So happy Monday. I'm Jessie. Thanks for joining me. These meditations have recently moved back to my yoga page. And since we're doing that, I thought I would kind of take a little bit of a break to reset and talk about why we meditate, what is meditation, ways to meditate as we start back up into our meditations. So basically a meditation can be as simple as just watching your breath. In yoga we call watching your breath, focusing on your breath, pranayama. So it's any time you could be in the present moment. You could be sitting, you could be standing, you could be laying down, you could be on your belly, your back. You can try it really any time. I do little breathing meditations while I'm driving to work. Every time I glance at the clock, I try to take a deep breath. All of that is little tiny meditations. So we want to try to make a habit out of taking long, slow, deep breaths and taking our time and concentrating on being in the present moment. So our body posture has a lot to do with it. So I have a lot of junk sitting around me today, and that's just to kind of show you some things that you can do for meditation. So you can do standing meditations. If you are familiar with like Tai Chi, they do a lot of standing meditations. You can do walking meditations. We might try one here. There's some labyrinths in the area in Berks County, and those are walking meditations. They're really nice. Obviously, you could be in a seated pose. And if you're in a seated pose, you want your back to be nice and straight. You don't want to be tense. You want your neck and shoulders to relax, a little tuck to your chin so you don't have the chin poke happening. You can't really see me because Zen has opted in. You could be in easy pose, which is just like a basic cross-legged pose. You could be in a half lotus, which is what I sit in most often, which is one leg on top. You could be in full lotus. You could be sitting in a chair. Anything that you can be comfortable in. You don't want your meditation to be all about how your leg is falling asleep. You could be in a low kneel, cobbler's pose. All of those are great for meditation. I'm sitting in, you could also sit on a pillow, or if you need to get your sits bones up a little bit higher, You could put like a blanket or an extra yoga mat under there. I sit on a back jack, which is just a little cushion, and it has a nice little back support. So I'll post about that on this Facebook page as well if you are interested. They're really nice. In my other life, I sometimes play roller derby, and I sometimes take photos of roller derby bouts. And for long ones, I like to bring my back jack because I like to sit on the floor, but that gets to be hard after a while. You could also be in a reclined position. So of course, your legs could be extended. We're all familiar with that. And just watch. We'll get into our meditation here in a moment, and you can choose your position. So you can do knees bent, feet on the floor, of course, legs extended, or you can pile up some blankets or pillows or yoga bolsters under your knees if you like. That takes a little bit of pressure off your lower back. You could prop something under your neck. Let me sit back up. So anything that you could be comfortable in. If I was taking this meditation class, I would have pillows, I would have a blanket. I like to use an eye pillow to cover my eyes during meditation. So all of those are great. I would normally put on socks for a meditation. You want to be comfortable. So that being said, the meditation we're going to do today is a counting meditation. It's my favorite. If you've been to my classes, we do this kind of regularly. This is a great meditation to learn because you can do it anytime, anywhere. So I know somebody who's afraid of small spaces and needed to get like an MRI or a CAT scan. You can just do this meditation. I do it when I'm having trouble falling asleep or if I'm just anxious about anything. It's a really great one to do. And because it's a great one to do, you could be in any position. You could be reclined. If you're reclined, you could have your knees bent, feet on the floor. If your legs are extended, you can bring your heels out to the edges of the mat and let your feet flop open. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. If you're in a seated pose, any comfortable seated pose is fine, but we do want to sit up nice and tall. Pull our shoulders down and away from our ears. A little military tuck to our chin. Relaxed and not tense. So here we're just going to settle in, whatever position you've chosen. Close your eyes. And begin to take a few soft, full, deep breaths. As always, we try to inhale and exhale through our nose, filling our belly, ribs, chest with air on the inhale, and then allowing our chest, ribs, belly to relax and let go on the exhale. And just begin to let everything from the outside world drift away. Give yourself permission to be present here in this time, in this space. And now, as you breathe in, take a nice, full, deep breath. And as you exhale, relax, release. Picture tension, stress, strain, pain, leaving your body with your breath, and think 12. Then take another nice, full, deep breath in. As you exhale, relax, release a little bit further. Mentally think 11. And continue on in this way, slowly counting backwards, relaxing and releasing with each breath out. If you find you've come to 0 and your mind or body are still racing, simply begin again at 12. Focus on your breathing, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. once again, focus on your breathing. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Begin to bring attention back into your body. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can gently turn your head from side to side. Taking a little bit of time moving and stretching. Anything that feels good. If you're reclined, maybe bringing your knees in towards your chest for a hug. Before gently rolling to one side. Pausing, breathing, taking a moment to transition before making your way up slowly to a seated pose. With our eyes closed or softly gazing. Just take a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Know you can find your way to peace and well-being by concentrating on your breath, being in the present moment. You can bring your hands together in prayer position at heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. So once again, I'm Jessie. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be doing these meditations every Monday on Second Star the Right Yoga's Facebook page. I'll be streaming live from 7:45 to about 8 o'clock. Next week, before we get into our meditation, we're going to talk about intentions, how to set them, what are good intentions, how do you decide on an intention. So we're going to talk about intentions, and then we'll do our meditation, relaxation. The week after that, we're going to talk about yoga mudras. I feel like I'm always talking in my yoga class about how I'm going to be talking about yoga mudras, and I never really kind of take time to break it down. But yoga mudras are positions, different ways that we position our hands in yoga, and it's to direct the flow of energy. So there's different yoga mudras that mean all kinds of different things. So we're going to talk about that a little bit before we get into our relaxation. So I hope you join me again. If you're looking for some yoga, I'm teaching on Sunday from 10:30 to 11:30 on Solstice Yoga Shala's Facebook page. Their Sunday classes are still streaming free on Facebook. All of their other classes have moved over to Zoom or in-person classes. So you can check out their Facebook page for more information. And I hope to